This is CTV News with Nafisa Kareem.
Obviously exceedingly excited to receive Mommy back.
I love you.
Happy homecoming. Just in time for the holidays, sailors return to open arms with stories and milestones of their 4-month deployment. Also tonight.
1 in 10 of the homeless population in Canada is a veteran.
Growing need. Why a new food bank in Langford is focusing on more than just helping veterans fill their pantries. Plus, Adam finds out how a couple visiting Tofino received a priceless picture from a stranger. Later on the Sawatsky sign-off. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We begin with an emotional day for Royal Canadian Navy members at CFB Esquimalt and their families. HMCS Max Bernays has returned from a 4-month deployment, marking a historic milestone. CTV's Yvonne Raymond has more on the reunions and missions at sea.
The suspense of an offshore homecoming is a long wait, even with the ship in view.
We're obviously exceedingly excited to receive Mommy back.
I love you.
Finally, for family, HMCS Max Bernays has docked after 4 months at sea, delivering her crew to loving arms at CFB Esquimalt.
Feels really good. It feels like I'm not going to have the bed to myself tonight.
96 members are back from the groundbreaking deployment.
Waiting for this moment for all too long.
It's going to be nice to have them home.
The ship traveled farther north than any other in Royal Canadian Navy history.
I think it's important to recognize that Canada has 3 oceans, Atlantic, Pacific, and the Arctic. It is the next bastion of geopolitical importance, strategic importance, and so we need to be there.
It is incredible. It is barren. It is breathtaking. It is ice as far as the eye can see, and I would say that the Arctic is something that we definitely need to protect.
The team was in the Indo-Pacific for Operation Horizon 2.
Up along the coast of, especially off of Oregon, we had some more intense sea states, so it definitely feels a lot more stable now, and there's nothing quite like feeling Canadian ground under your feet.
The focus shifts here, with all eyes on family.
It's amazing how they're so much bigger, but still super tiny.
Reunited for the holidays. Yvonne Raymond, CTV News, CFB Esquimalt.
RCMP on the West Shore are asking for the public's help in finding a missing teen. 15-year-old Isabella Burns, also known as Izzy, has been missing since Wednesday. RCMP releasing these photos of her, last seen in Colwood. Izzy is 5'9" with brown and red hair and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a pink hoodie and pink pants and carrying a purse. Police have followed up on several leads but have not been able to find her. Anyone with information is asked to contact West Shore RCMP or Crime Stoppers. The province is working behind the scenes to support the 350 Crofton mill workers who will lose their jobs in the new year. Jobs Minister Ravi Kahlon updated the province's efforts to support the workers during a visit to Chemainus yesterday afternoon. He says meetings with the Premier and federal ministers have taken place to discuss ways each level of government can offer immediate and long-term support. Kahlon also commented on the Crofton mill closure, saying there is interest in the site.
We've heard interest from various companies. We also have engaged with the company to identify what their plans are for that, and we're also looking to explore what opportunities might be available there.
The mill is expected to begin its phased shutdown on January 4th. The Snuneymuxw First Nation is adding to its casino ownership portfolio, marking the 5th major agreement for the nation in the past 12 months. Through their Petroglyph Development Group, the nation has entered into agreements to purchase Great Canadian Casino Vancouver in Coquitlam. That casino currently operates under the Great Canadian brand, but has previously been branded as the Hard Rock Casino and the Boulevard Casino. Earlier this year, Snuneymuxw First Nation purchased the Nanaimo Casino, Elements Casino Victoria, the River Rock Casino Resort, as well as Chances Casino in Maple Ridge. The acquisition will make the nation the largest casino operator in BC and Canada's largest Indigenous-owned gaming operator by revenue. The rising cost of living is hitting many families hard, with food bank usage across the country on the rise. For those who have served their country in the Canadian Armed Forces, asking for help can be a hard reality to face. There is hope, though, through a new food bank in Langford hoping to change that. CTV's Brendan Strain reports.
Ross Turchin served in the Canadian Armed Forces for 4 years.
I was one of the people in a scout car operating 10 to 30 kilometers behind enemy lines, spotting targets.
That was between 1982 and 86. Now Ross has found himself on hard times.
I've been homeless for 5.5 years now.
Today is the official opening of a new lifeline for veterans like Ross. It's called the Veterans Food Bank of Victoria, although located in a newly built, nondescript warehouse facility in Langford, along the West Shore Parkway.
This is discreet on purpose because I've had members come in uniform, and veterans are a proud bunch, and they don't want people knowing they have to come to a food bank.
It serves military members, veterans, and first responders that have fallen on hard times. The bank soft launched last month, and through word of mouth, its client base is already growing.
1 a day in-house and about another 1 or 2 a day over the phone.
We're finding the need is very high.
The BC Yukon Command Legion Foundation says information gathered through the point-in-time homeless count has revealed a staggering statistic.
1 in 10 of the homeless population in Canada is a veteran.
The food bank is owned and operated by the Canadian Veterans Services Society, which was founded in 2018. This is the 5th branch now operating in Canada.
We help over 2,000 people a month with all the branches combined.
The president of the society says the need continues to grow among veterans across the country. This as the cost of living gets more out of reach for many.
I think the economy is hitting everybody really hard, and a lot of the veterans now are on fixed pensions. They're not indexed.
Groceries is the storefront or the reason to bring them in.
The plan moving forward is to support veterans in other ways as well, turning this space upstairs into a gathering place for past and present members.
People could come here and relax upstairs, have a coffee, they want to prepare resumes.
There's a lot of pride in serving, and so to come to a normal food bank can actually be considered conduct unbecoming of a uniform.
For veterans like Ross, this will be a safe place to come in order to get a little help in making ends meet. Brendan Strain, CTV News, Langford.
Hundreds of people are gathering for a Christmas meal at Our Place this evening, thanks to Gordy Dodd and his family, aimed at bringing the community together and paying it forward. Dodds has been dishing out Christmas dinner with Our Place since 1998, serving more than 26,000 meals to folks in need. The chef, cooks, and volunteers at Our Place prepare enough food for at least 400 plates. More than 350 pounds of turkey and 200 pounds of potatoes are being served up, along with pumpkin pie and all the trimmings. For the owner of Dodd's Furniture, this is a way of giving back to a community that has supported him, his family, and his business over the years.
We're delighted to do this dinner tonight, and for these unprivileged people who can't have a Christmas dinner with their families, with their friends, with the loved ones, we, Dodd's Furniture, we will do with them, like they will come and sit with the family, and we will have a nice Christmas dinner.
Meal service runs between 4:30 and 6:30 this evening and is open to anyone in need of a hot meal. Each year, Dodd's Furniture hosts a Christmas and Thanksgiving meal at Our Place, and Gordy Dodd also makes a yearly donation, as he did this year again, to CFAC Santa's Anonymous. Families in Nanaimo and surrounding areas who are struggling to make ends meet this Christmas are getting a chance to select toys for their kids through the Great Nanaimo Toy Drive today and tomorrow. The toy drive has been in the community for 43 years. Demand has nearly doubled in the past 3 years. Up to 1,900 children will be served this year. That is 900 more kids than in 2022.
One of our highest, if not the highest. So we've seen need increase year over year over year. And we know that people are making choices between food, like eating, and having to have gifts under the tree as well.
Registered families will be able to select from thousands of different toys at this makeshift toy store, stocked with gifts for newborns to 17-year-olds. All toys are new and have been donated or purchased through cash donations from the community.
Nanaimo is pretty spectacular. The folks in this town really come together. They help out with their time. They help out with financial donations. They help out with donations of toys and gifts for all the kids.
Each family will also get stocking stuffers, a book for each child, and either a game or puzzle to share with the whole family. Downtown Victoria's Lights of Wonder is getting a new addition tonight, one that'll give you a bird's eye view of the displays. Crews were busy setting up the Ferris wheel in Centennial Square this afternoon, getting it ready for its first riders tonight. The free attraction is a popular one as it's back for its second year in a row and will be in operation until New Year's.
I want to remind Greater Victorians that on December 31st, we will be doing 2 countdowns to ring in the new year, one at 9 p.m. For families with young children and old people like me, and one at midnight, and the Ferris wheel will run right till midnight. Again, no cost, no charge. And last year, we had thousands of people down just wanting to be in a community and ring in the new year, so people are most welcome.
The Christmas light display is on 24/7. The Ferris wheel runs every night from 4 to 9 p.m. until, you heard it, December 31st. An update now on a baby beaver we've been following since it was rescued on the Mid-Island. Timber is now just over 13 pounds and is exceeding all her rehabilitation goals. She's even starting to move branches around her little beaver dam, perfecting her home for winter. Now, Timber was rescued by a family from the Cowichan River this past summer and taken to the North Island Wildlife Recovery Center. With daily supervised swims, the volunteer crew says her rehabilitation is well on track.
Weather-wise, it's 4 degrees in Victoria right now after hitting a high of 6 earlier today. That's the coolest day so far this month. Similar temperatures, though, through the weekend and some more rain in the forecast. Full look at all that right after the break.
CTV weather brought to you by Expedia Cruises. Explore the endless possibilities at one of our 36 BC locations. Learn more at expediacruises.ca.
What makes West Shore Parks and Recreation a perfect place to play? It's our staff, working behind the scenes to keep the pool safe, kids engaged, and programs thriving. So apply today and join our team.
Josh joins us now. You mentioned it earlier. It's cooled down.
Yeah, the coolest temperatures prior to today for daytime highs, a pair of 7-degree days early in the month. We've had a nice run here of above average temperatures the past little while. Today, just 6 degrees. We've cooled since then. 4 degrees currently. 2 in Port Alberni and 2 degrees as well up in Port Hardy right now. At least the wind was down to go along with those cooler temperatures. We have had some showers, though, making their way across southern parts of the island. That'll continue through this evening and off and on through tomorrow. And then things get a little more organized here for Sunday. Well, this is Sunday morning. Could actually see a little bit of wet snow in a couple of areas Sunday through the morning hours and through higher elevations through the mountain parks. Potential for several centimeters of snow by the end of the day on Sunday. No snow for Victoria and area, though. Showers in the north, 5 degrees tomorrow, 5 or 6 as well for daytime highs Sunday, Monday. It'd be a little steadier, that rainfall Sunday in the morning hours. Then it backs off to scattered showers in the afternoon. Monday looks like the potential for some heavier rain. Inland areas, that chance of some wet snow through the morning. I think you're probably also going to see some snow at higher elevations on Sunday, but in areas like Port Alberni should just be rain. 5 tomorrow, 4 degrees on the way for Sunday, and then cooling all the way off to highs of just 2 or 3 degrees Monday, Tuesday, although, as you see, that's pretty close to average for this point in December. 10 to 20 millimeters of rain out of the west coast tomorrow, 20 to 30 on Sunday, and then 20 to 30 again Monday. So we've got some heavier, steadier rain over the course of the next couple of days. Could be, close to 80 to 100 millimeters of rain for parts of the west coast by the end of Monday. Should dry up by Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Windy as well for the next few days. Tomorrow, gusts to about 50 or 60 kilometers per hour. Chance of some showers tomorrow morning in Comox. Looks drier in the afternoon. Mixed sun and cloud, high of 8. Could see some morning showers on Sunday. And then Sunday night into Monday, you might see a little bit of wet snow mixed in with the showers. A few showers in Nanaimo tomorrow, high of 9. Some morning showers on Sunday, but I think the sun will break through the clouds in the afternoon. And about 8 degrees on Sunday and here in Victoria. 5 degrees in the morning, 8 degrees in the afternoon. It is going to be breezy for the next few days. Gusts tomorrow to about 50 kilometers per hour. A little gusty as well Sunday, Monday, and not heavy, steady rain nonstop for the next 3 days, but each of the next 3 days has at least a chance of showers. And even Tuesday, a slight risk of some scattered showers with daytime highs in the 7 or 8 range. CTV weather is brought to you by Expedia Cruises for air, land, and sea vacations. So, temperature's pretty close to average, Nafisa, and well, as has been the case for the past little while, every now and then, a little bit of rain.
All right, thanks, Josh. Well, skiers and snowboarders will get an early Christmas gift as the island's 2 resorts are kickstarting operations. This is the view from Mount Washington today as management says limited runs are opening. It's beginner zone and Nordic terrain open today, and that means the Bunny Hill and all magic carpets are open. Whiskey Jack Lift set to open tomorrow. Meantime, Mount Cain says they will fully open this Sunday. Conditions have gone from gravel to almost a meter of snow this week, with more in the forecast. Both hills had to delay opening day by several weeks this year due to a lack of snow. Our ability to understand the weather impacting Canada is about to take a big hit, and it's thanks to the shutdown of a research facility across the border. CTV's BC Bureau Chief Andrew Johnson explains why climate scientists are sounding the alarm.
When it comes to studying climate change or predicting fires and floods, Canadian scientists say research coming out of this giant lab in Colorado is the best in the world.
It is number one, without doubt. It is the most important global resource for understanding climate in the atmosphere.
That's why Canadian experts are calling a new move from the Trump administration devastating and destructive. A top Trump official says the National Center for Atmospheric Research, or NCAR, will be dismantled, accusing it of being one of the country's largest sources of climate alarmism.
The loss of NCAR would be quite devastating for not only the scientific community, but really the everyday person.
We're going to be less able to deal with some of the changes we see in climate going down the road into the future.
More than 800 people work at NCAR, and experts believe the closure could also create an opportunity for Canada when U.S. climate scientists look for work elsewhere.
Maybe Canada will welcome some of them, and many of them will end up in Europe.
If there's anything, to be said about unfortunately the lack of climate leadership from the U.S., it's that perhaps it's time for also Canada to step up in this regard.
She points to the newly announced $1.7 billion in federal funding to attract global talent as a step in the right direction, turning America's loss into Canada's gain. Andrew Johnson, CTV News, Vancouver.
Coming up, priceless picture. Adam finds out the story behind a proposal unexpectedly caught on camera. Next on the Sawatsky Sign-Off.
Tina, the Tina Turner musical, is coming to the Royal Theatre next month, and CTV wants to send you. Text Tina to 71010 with your name for your chance to win 4 box seats. For more info, visit ctvnewsvi.ca.
Finally, Adam finds out how strangers from across the country connected thanks to a priceless picture taken in Tofino. On the Sawatsky Sign-Off.
By the time they arrived on the beach in Tofino, Tom Fast had been dating Sarah Moroziak for more than a decade, and he was feeling nervous.
I had to make sure that she didn't find the ring in my bag.
While Sarah didn't know Tom's secret, she did feel he was acting a little odd.
Tom was like, let's go touch the water, and I was like, I've touched the water before, I'm okay.
But before she could give it a second thought, he got down on one knee.
There was a few of, oh my gosh, are you serious? This is crazy.
Well, Tom waited for an answer. Off in the distance, Janice Nesbitt just happened to spot the proposal.
Sort of seemed to bring an extra level of magic to the place.
So she took a couple photos, but was too far away to let them know or hear Sarah's answer.
And Tom had to prompt being like, wait, is there an answer? And I was like, oh, yes, 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 for sure.
More than a month later, after the amateur photographer and her husband returned home to Calgary, Janice edited the photos and tried to find the couple by posting the pictures on social media.
I really thought it was a long shot, no pun intended there. I just thought if it were me, I would absolutely have loved to have that shot.
Well, thousands of people praised Janice's talent and kindness and helped her connect with the couple by sharing them from coast to coast before Sarah finally saw them back home in Toronto.
I was like, oh, wait, that's us. That's crazy.
Sarah and Tom say they couldn't be more grateful for Janice's effort and the so many other strangers who supported her.
On top of that, they're really great photos.
Photos, yeah, the photos are stunning.
They're going to be nice to have.
Now the couple keeps the pictures framed in their home, plans on using them on their wedding invitations, and may even return to Vancouver Island for their honeymoon.
Why would we not circle back and go to Tofino and do it all over again?
But first, Sarah and Tom have a wedding to plan.
I know. I'm like, I wonder if she does weddings.
Another proposal that Janice also answers with yes.
Absolutely. I'd love to do that. I could make it happen.
Adam Swansky, CTV News.
That is it for CTV News Vancouver Island. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night. Today on CTV News.
She was just a very, very thoughtful, loving, caring person.
A mother of 6 dead and a community in shock. Her husband now charged with murder. What her friends say she feared before she was killed. Also tonight.
We're releasing photos of these 2 individuals in an appeal to locate any other witnesses or potential victims.
Disturbing allegations against 2 suspects in Surrey, accused of luring children and making child pornography. Why police believe there could be more victims. And
even though it's just a couple little runs right now, it's still very exciting.
Finally, it snowed enough and we can start the season on Gross Mountain.
Go for snow. Local powder hounds are rejoicing after a big dump on the local mountains.
This is CTV News with Nafisa Kareem.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. We begin tonight with the shocking killing of a mother of 6 in the community of Merritt. Her husband is now accused of second-degree murder. On Tuesday, police were called to this house where they found 45-year-old Pamela Jarvis suffering from serious injuries. She later died in hospital. Jarvis leaves behind 6 children ranging in age from 14 to 27. Her friend, Dana Egan, says Jarvis had spoken about problems with her husband and sought professional help to arrange a separation, but that things were moving too slowly. Egan says Jarvis was told there was no legal reason for the police to keep her husband away.
She told them, he's going to kill me. And they said they couldn't do anything because there was really no proof, except that he'd destroyed the inside of the house.
Egan, as well as others in the community, have started a GoFundMe page to help support Jarvis's children. 49-year-old Christopher Jarvis will appear in Kamloops Provincial Court on January 6th for a bail hearing. A man has been charged after an extortion attempt at an Abbotsford business Wednesday night. Police responded to reports of gunshots at a business along King Road around 10:30 p.m. When they arrived, they say officers were able to relay the suspect's vehicle description. While responding, Abbey PD says a member from the Lower Mainland Integrated Police Dog Service alerted gang unit officers to a vehicle matching the description. It was traveling east on Highway 1 near Watcombe Road. Gershwak Singh has been arrested and charged with reckless discharge of a firearm. The department is releasing his photo in hopes it could assist with any other ongoing investigations.
We want the community to come forward, provide information on Mr. Singh's activities. There's likely lots of stuff out there that people know that haven't been able to bring that forward. And that information is going to help advance not only this investigation, but potentially advance other investigations as well. Singh remains in custody and is scheduled to appear in court on Tuesday.
A Fraser Valley woman has pleaded guilty to several sexual offenses, including making child pornography. Siobhan Kirby, who appeared by video conference in provincial court in Abbotsford, also admitted to sexual exploitation of a young person by someone in a position of trust and using telecommunication to facilitate sexual exploitation of a child. The offenses took place between December 2022 and November 2023. The 35-year-old Kirby was arrested in Alberta earlier this year on a Canada-wide warrant. She remains in custody and returns to court in January. Surrey police are releasing photos of two people accused in a child exploitation investigation as they look for other potential victims. 28-year-old Carter Cook faces a series of charges, including making child pornography, as well as sexual interference and child luring. Also charged, 21-year-old Mika Nguyen, who faces similar charges in connection to the case. Both were charged last week after an investigation which began in October of last year.
This time we're releasing photos of these two individuals in an appeal to locate any other witnesses or potential victims.
If you have information that can help investigators, you're asked to call the Surrey Police non-emergency line. Cleanup efforts are underway in Abbotsford now that evacuation orders have been lifted. Avoiding future destruction is now top of mind, but that may be a challenge on both sides of the border. Individual farmers and homeowners did what they could to protect their properties and livestock, but they're limited in what they can do when floodwaters come from Washington state. Their governor is still dealing with the ongoing disaster that swept away roads and homes and killed one person.
Frankly, we don't really even know the full scale of the impact when it comes to our infrastructure and what we're facing until we see those waters finally recede and get a chance to really evaluate what the situation is. But all that underscores how critical support from the federal government will be when we seek disaster relief.
The Prime Minister still hasn't gone to Abbotsford to see the damage for himself. The federal disaster minister insists they'll do a better job of mitigation funding after this event. More than 4 years after a devastating wildfire that ravaged the village of Lytton, funding has been announced to rebuild the Elders Lodge.
As we help rebuild Lytton, a key component guiding our efforts is the resilience. And that's why the facility will be fire resistant and adaptive to extreme weather events.
Nearly $15 million in federal funds will go towards the Chief Spitnam Elders Lodge, which will be rebuilt in its original location. It will replace all 6 assisted living units and will add an additional 7 independent assisting elder living units. The lodge will be constructed with fire-resistant materials like metal roofing and siding. The province is working behind the scenes to support the 350 Crofton mill workers who will lose their jobs in the new year. Jobs Minister Ravi Kahlon updated the province's efforts to support those workers during a visit to Chemainus yesterday afternoon. He says meetings with the Premier and federal ministers have taken place to discuss ways each level of government can offer immediate and long-term support. Kahlon also commented on the Crofton mill closure, saying there is interest in the site.
We've heard interest from various companies. We also have engaged with the company to identify what their plans are for that, and we're also looking to explore what opportunities might be available there.
The mill is expected to begin its phased shutdown on January 4th. A Vancouver Island First Nation has bought another casino here in the Lower Mainland. The Snuneymuxw First Nation has entered into agreements to purchase Great Canadian Casino in Coquitlam. Well, that casino has previously been branded as the Hard Rock Casino and the Boulevard Casino. Earlier this year, Snuneymuxw purchased the Nanaimo Casino, Elements Casino Victoria, the River Rock Casino Resort, as well as Chance's Casino in Maple Ridge. The acquisition will make the nation the largest casino operator in BC and Canada's largest Indigenous-owned gaming operator by revenue. Still ahead, Mother Nature, or maybe Old Man Winter, comes through for local skiers as North Shore Mountains finally open for the season. And later,
I get goosebumps when I tell you that, man.
Some big star power comes out to help the Vancouver Food Bank. Why Michael Bublé is lending a hand, coming up. Now to welcome news for avid winter adventurers. North Shore mountains are finally starting to open after a big dump of snow. It comes after local hills have struggled with a lack of powder and a late start to the season. CTV's Yasmin Gandam has more from Grouse.
Excitement is in the air at Grouse Mountain with the ski and board season finally underway.
Even though it's just a couple little runs right now, it's still very exciting, just getting us ready for the rest of the season.
Finally, it snowed enough and we can start the season on Grouse Mountain.
We all expected, I think, that it will open beginning of December. But now is finally the day.
Friday's opening is about a month after skiers would usually be welcome due to a lack of snow. Just 2 days ago, the mountain had none.
We had some snow in early November, but the last week has brought about 40 centimeters, and we've been running our guns nonstop, which has allowed the team to work really hard and get us open today.
Warmer than average temperatures have led to the late start to the season for local hills, but the snow forecast is looking promising. Still, terrain access is limited as skiers itch to hit the slopes.
We do have a discounted lift ticket rate due to the limited terrain.
Visitors are encouraged to check real-time conditions before heading up. Cypress Mountain will open Saturday, but it's safe to say it's a day skiers and boarders have been much anticipating, and the energy is at an all-time high.
I wish it started sooner. It's always nice to get up as soon as possible. We anticipate it all year long, but just whenever we can get up, we go. So it's lovely to get out.
Another dump of snow is expected overnight, so these eager skiers and boarders could get more terrain access just in time for Christmas. Yasmin Gandam, CTV News, North Vancouver.
Ski season is also getting underway on Vancouver Island, with the island's 2 resorts kickstarting operations. Staff at Mount Washington say limited runs are open, including its beginner zone and Nordic terrain. Cross-country routes are also opening in the Alpine. Meantime, Mount Cain says they will fully open this Sunday. Conditions have gone from gravel to almost a meter of snow this week, with more in the forecast. With the ski season underway and holiday travel picking up, BC Highway Patrol is warning drivers to plan ahead and slow down, especially on interior highways where conditions can change quickly.
Speed limits are for ideal conditions. So when we're dealing with this nasty weather, you have to really slow down, well below the speed limit in many cases. And that's probably contributing to why we're getting so many crashes.
He says drivers also need to plan ahead and give themselves extra time to travel in challenging conditions, as well as extra space between vehicles. Winter tires are now mandatory on BC highways until the spring. Residents and visitors to Vancouver's West End now have a new place to relax. The Butte Robson Plaza, which started as a temporary public space in 2017, has now been made permanent. The upgrades include terraces with built-in seating, new landscaping, and a separated bike path. The design also includes a lot of flexible space for community events. Butte Street is now permanently closed to traffic between Harrow Street and Ehu Lane. Well, are you ready to escape to Pandora? The new Avatar movie is poised to storm the box office. We're going to get a review after the break. And later, oh dear, we'll show you how firefighters had to get careful and crafty to save this poor creature from a frozen lake. Plus, Anne's forecast is next. We'll be right back. For the third time in 16 years, director James Cameron is taking movie fans on a trip to the planet Pandora. We'll get a review of Avatar: Fire and Ash right after the forecast. I don't want to escape to another planet, and there's finally snow on the local mountains.
Yes, that is right. Lots of snow falling on our local mountains and in the interior highways as well. So we do have a snowfall warning in effect for Coquihalla Highway today, 20 to 30 centimeters of snow tomorrow, an additional 10 to 15 centimeters of snow, so do give yourself extra time. Drive carefully as a lot of people are headed to and from the interior for the holidays. Right now, we are seeing some rain, heavy at times for the northeast corner of the lower mainland, as well as the Fraser Valley, higher elevation, seeing that rain-snow mix. Snow for our mountain passes. And then as we head through the overnight into tomorrow morning, we will see periods of rain continuing through the afternoon. It won't be a complete washout. It will be rain on and off as we head into tomorrow night. For the southern interior, you're looking early morning flurries clearing out of the way from Vernon right down to Kelowna. Staying dry for Kamloops, 2 degrees with some sunny breaks in there. A mix of sun and cloud for Cranbrook with a high of 0. For the central interior, flurries for Prince George and Williams Lake ending through the afternoon with some sunny breaks in there. 5 to 10 centimeters of snow for Bella Coola along the coast with a high of 0. For the northern half of the province, you'll see mostly cloudy skies with light snow for Prince Rupert and Terrace. Smithers, a mix of sun and cloud, -13. Lots of sunshine for Dease Lake and Fort Nelson. Cold temperatures, though. For the North Island, a rain-snow mix transitioning over to showers for Port Hardy with a high of 5. Early morning mixing clearing out of the way for Campbell River and Comox with a high of 8 degrees. For the South Island, showers with a chance of afternoon thunder showers and 6 degrees for Tofino. Rain-snow mix for Port Alberni from Nanaimo right down to Victoria. Cloudy skies, showers, temperatures between 8 and 9. You'll see showers for the Sunshine Coast and 6. Snow transitioning over to showers for Squamish, light snow for Whistler with a high of 0. And for us across the lower mainland, wet snow at higher elevations in the early morning hours. Showers, rain throughout the day, temperatures between 6 and 8 degrees. Heading into Sunday, we say hello to winter at 7:03 and 8 degrees. Steady rain on Monday. Tuesday, we'll see that rain-snow mix in the morning, drying up through the afternoon with some sunny breaks. Some mixing for Wednesday as well, transitioning over to showers with a high of 4. Overnight lows, as you saw, just around that freezing mark, so more snow on the way for the skiers and snowboarders.
We look very festive.
Yes, it is the last day. No, not before Christmas.
No, it's not.
It's the
last
Friday before
Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah, I'm ahead of myself there.
Love it. Thanks, Anne.
You're welcome.
Well, James Cameron takes audiences back to Pandora for the 3rd installment of Avatar. We'll meet a new crop of characters in the immersive 3D adventure as their battle to preserve their planet continues. CTV film critic Richard Krause gives us his review of Avatar: Fire and Ash.
If there is something you can do, then you must do it.
This is a movie that will deliver a dopamine blast through your eyes directly into your brain that'll make your synapses dance all over the place.
Wow.
It's incredible looking. It's in 3D, which we don't see so much of anymore. See it on as big a screen as you can. I saw it on an IMAX screen, and it really is truly incredible looking. The story, though, is not as passionate as the visuals are and the filmmaking is. The story feels like something that maybe we've seen before in the first 2 Avatar releases, and a lot of the dialogue sounds like it was borrowed from a 1950s B movie, but if you are a fan of that world that James Cameron has spent the last 2 decades or more creating, you'll go get it in full flight here. It really is quite remarkable, and it's one of the reasons you go to the movies is to see things that you won't see anywhere else. Well, here you'll see things that you won't see anywhere else. So I gave Avatar: Fire and Ash, now in theaters, 4 out of 5 stars.
WildBrain, the Canadian entertainment brand with a major animation hub in Vancouver, is cashing in on one of the world's most beloved brands. WildBrain is selling its 41% stake in Peanuts Holdings, home to Charlie Brown and Snoopy, to Sony for $630 million. The company says the deal will wipe out senior debt and help grow other franchises like Strawberry Shortcake and Teletubbies. WildBrain will stay on as a multi-year partner. It first bought Peanuts in 2017 and sold a 39% stake to Sony the next year. The Schultz family still owns 20%. Coming up, how some firefighters rescued a deer that was trapped on a frozen lake. But first,
I think it's the most beautiful thing.
A beautiful thing indeed for Burnaby's own Michael Bublé. We'll catch up with him as he made a surprise visit to the Vancouver Food Bank. Next. The Greater Vancouver Food Bank is feeling good after getting some support from a local celebrity.
I feel very lucky that I could come and use my, platform and to be able to share what a wonderful place this is.
Michael Bublé stopped by the East Vancouver warehouse yesterday to lend a helping hand, all in support of the Food Bank Seniors Program, which helps distribute essential food packs to local seniors. Bublé describes his visit as very emotional, and while it was his first, he insists it won't be his last. More than 100 performers came together to surprise holiday shoppers at Metrotown last week. Local singers and dancers broke out their Santa hats to perform the Mariah Carey classic, All I Want for Christmas Is You, in the middle of the mall. The performance also featured Marie Huey, who is known for singing the national anthem at Whitecaps and Canucks games. Now the preview of CTV News at 6, Mi-Jung Lee.
Nafisa, a tragedy in Merritt as a community mourns a mother of 6. On Tuesday, police found 45-year-old Pamela Jarvis at a home in Merritt with serious injuries. She died later in hospital. Her husband is now charged with second-degree murder. We'll talk to a close friend of Pamela Jarvis's. And it will likely be several weeks before the Hope to Princeton Highway is reopened. Crews are still repairing severe damage caused by last week's atmospheric river. What else is a major challenge if you're driving to the interior? And 2 people are charged with producing child pornography. Why police believe there are other victims out there. Coming up at 6. Nafisa?
Thanks, Mi-Jung. Researchers in the Arctic are stunned by a documented example of unprompted polar bear adoption. Plus, a team rescues a deer on ice, hockey puck style. CNN's Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
A team of Canadian researchers were stunned to discover a very rare case of polar bear adoption in the wild. In a video, the team with the nonprofit Polar Bears International say they had previously encountered and tagged a mother and single cub in the western Hudson Bay area in the spring. But when they caught up with the same mother again in the fall, they got an unexpected surprise.
She had 2 cubs, and the second cub was untagged. So at some point in the last year, she has taken on this extra cub.
The team hasn't yet figured out why the adult female adopted the unrelated cub, but say using genetic sampling and GPS tracking tech, they are hoping to find out more about the circumstances. They also added cases of polar bear adoption in the wild are unusual and rare. In the nearly 50 years the organization has been studying some 4,600 bears in the region, this is only the 13th such case documented.
It's relatively infrequent, but it's just nice to know that the bears are looking out for each other.
Speaking of looking out for each other in the frozen tundra, fire rescue officials in frigid upstate New York got careful and crafty to rescue a wild deer trapped on a frozen inlet in Ithaca. They lassoed the frightened animal and then slid it hockey puck style across the ice and to the shore. They say the deer was cold but uninjured, and they were able to release it safely, but not before getting in a few affectionate pets on its furry little noggin, a gesture social media followers seem to appreciate dearly. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
We got more happy critter news.
Yay.
And remember that baby beaver rescued on Vancouver Island? Timber is now just over 13 pounds and exceeding all her rehabilitation goals. She's even starting to move large branches around to her little beaver dam, perfecting her home for winter. Now, Timber, you'll recall, was rescued by a family from the Cowichan River in the summer and taken to the North Island Wildlife Recovery Center. She's doing supervised swims, and her rehabilitation volunteers say, well on track.
Look at her.
Love to hear it.
Absolutely adorable. All right, let's take a look at our scenic snapshot. Vancouver is all lit up for the holidays, literally. Thanks, David, for sending this gorgeous shot in. And we want to see your scenic snapshot as well, so email us at scenicsnapshot@ctv.ca.
Festive theme continues. Mi-Jung will be back for CTV News at 6. Right now, here is CTV National News.